So, Paighton Houston. Like, subscribe, ID in the Discovery Channel. Yes, ID in the Discovery Channel. The links are provided below. Get that Discovery Go app as well as that ID Go app. You might want to get those two things, combine them, make them into one. And I'm a Discovery influencer. So, the body of Paighton Houston was found in a shallow grave. Hopefully my sound is in completely on this video. My last video, there was indeed no sound. Thank you for the comments about that. Because see, when you do compression and all the rest, yeah, there's things that in fact become lost with that, right? But hope is in fact found with that sort of thing. So yeah, thank you again. So once again, the body of Paighton Houston was found in a shallow grave. Her body was indeed found in a muddy grave, and that was in the backyard of a vacant home in Alabama. Houston's body was wrapped in fabric, and her body was not dismembered because it was in question of if she was chopped up or anything like that, but her body was fully intact, so it wasn't dismembered. The body was found 13 miles west of where she was last seen in Birmingham. Hueytown was a location where her body was found, for those that ask. Jefferson County Coroner's Office hasn't stated the full cause of her death. She disappeared on December 2nd after she went to the Tin Roof Bar located in Birmingham with co-workers and her friends. Yeah, that you don't want to, I'll get to that in a minute. Houston left the bar with two very overweight males. She left the bar with two males. That was around 10:40 or 10:45 p.m. That was the last time that she was seen. 2 hours after she was last seen with the two males leaving the bar, let me go back. 2 hours after she was last seen with the two males leaving the bar, she then texts one of her friends in a frantic state. Within the text, she texts to her friend she didn't know who she was with, as well as she felt that she was in trouble. To leave out and go somewhere with people that you don't know leads to issues. Mother of Houston expressed that it wasn't like Houston to not call or not check in with family members. Mother of Houston went on to say she would call. She had a habit of calling. While at work, she would call when she got to work, and she too would call. Did I just say that? I just said that. I'm sorry. So, family of Houston awaited her return. She never returned, right? They had the Christmas tree up. They had presents awaiting her up under the Christmas tree, and she never made it home. There was no safe return, right? $10,000 was the reward in which was offered in finding Houston. Crime Stoppers contributed half of the money, as government KIV contributed the other half of the money. That is so sad. That's completely, it is. So, questions. My question is, what could have been the reason for Houston leaving the bar with the two men? Especially with her not knowing them. What could have been the reason of her leaving with them? I'm asking that because it's not safe to leave clubs or bars with people that you don't know, because you never know their intentions. It's easy to say become lured, or say, what's another term for it? It's easy to become a part of something that, say, you really don't know what's going on, right? That sort of thing happens pertaining to, say, if even you're out in the parking lot of a club, right? You can be out somewhere and stand have a conversation. That's with either male or females, right? You could be standing there not knowing the people that's in the club. They they might say, we're in a club, it's too loud in here, let's walk outside. People have been known to do that, right? And then they might say, well, let's drive to the store. That type of stuff you don't want to do. Or let's drive to the gas station. Stuff like that you don't want to do. As in, you might want to stay outdoors, or if you do go outdoor, you might want to stay indoors. And if you do go outdoors with somebody that you just met at a club, if you do go outdoors, you might want to stay at the front door of the club, as in not go any further than that. Don't be all out in the parking lot walking through and all the rest, right, with them, because you don't know them, right? And not only that, there's a least likelihood of being snatched in the car with that kidnap and all the rest, right? Abduction. You would, if it's me, because yeah, that's how people do play tricks on the mind. They'll say, well, it's loud in here, because I've been places where it's loud music, boom boom boom, whatever, right? Cat, and you can't hardly hear. So the individual say, well, let's go have a chit chat. That's what it is, a chit chat. Let's go chit chat outside, right? And then before you know it, you're outside, and then they say, well, I got something in the car that I want to sip on or smoke on. I don't want to do it out in the parking lot, right? They act real chill and cool with you. Let's go over to the car right quick. We're going to go sit in the car. She had 2 guys with her. Could have been either both of them got in the car, was in the front seat, and had her get in the back seat. Don't know how the situation went down, just guessing, right? Could have been 2 guys that got in the car, either both of them sat in the front seat and had her get in the back seat, right, as they chilled out in the parking lot. Or maybe one was in the driver's seat and another was in the back seat, and possibly told her to get in the front seat to make it more welcoming to her. Sit in the front. And then the other guy sat in the back, possibly, right? And then that too is, once again, how I said, how the luring process, because they say, well, yeah, we're going to go sit in the car, have a conversation. Then you get in the car, then next thing you know, they want to say, let's drive to the gas station. Or let's drive to a burger spot. It's late, but not real late, depending on the time frame, because once again, 10:40 was not really that too late. You got some burger spots. McDonald's is one, right? There's different places that is in fact open 24 hours, depending on the location. That's how people get kidnapped. Because once they say, well, let's drive down here, we're gonna go down here and we're gonna come right back to the club. That's how you end up kidnapped. And not know that's how it ends up to text messages being frantic, or you texting your mom or your dad or sister, brother, cousin, friend. Like she texts her friend. That's how it happens. You're on a text message frantically texting that you don't know who you're with, because now you're driving down the block somewhere and you don't even know where you're going. And then by then it's too late. You wish that you hadn't got in the car. So what could have been the 2 males' intentions for Houston the moment they spotted her? That's outside of the murder. Do you think they had murder on the mind, or was it something else? Rape has a tendency to go down. I said that in multiple videos. Rape has a tendency to go down. And yet some people do have intention when they go out to clubs and bars. They do sometimes have that on their mind when it's 2 people, sometimes 1, to have murder on the mind, and yet the victim not knowing it. But what could have been their intention? Because that was the first thing I questioned. What would you want to do with a female that you don't know, and then all of a sudden she's on text message frantic, texting her friends saying she doesn't know who she's with, she thinks she's in trouble, right? Yeah, you want to be completely cautious, on alert. not in a state of paranoia or nothing like that. You don't want to live paranoid when going out, but you don't want to take chances with people because it seemed like they say, well, you know, we're living in the end times. Things are getting worse. No, it's always been the end times. Because if the end times was way back and all this was going on, remember, to have more people is to see more of it, but we have more technology to know that's crime. We had more technology than back in the day. All this crime that's going on more than likely was there. That's why I say it was the end times even back then. We didn't have cell phones and all the rest to pick up and receive information and all the rest on the spot like that, right? A lot of these crimes and all the rest was hidden. Things were hidden more so than it is today. Technology places it out there right there in the instance, right? So we were in fact in the end times back then. You might as well call it as you see it, right? Yeah. I don't like to take chances with people I don't really know, because even when I'm tomboyish as ever, and I get that when I'm out, which could be why I'm tomboyish. I have various reasons why, and I stated that before, right? There's various reasons why I do stuff, but it's been individuals that have, when I would be out at the gas station or other places, they'll say, well, come sit in the front seat with me. No, I don't really want to take my chances because I really don't know you like that, right? Some people just have bloodthirst habits as that's on their brain from the moment of even seeing you, no matter the sex or race or whatever else, right? Whether you look completely female or in drag or whether you whatever, right? Yeah, I'm not cool with that type of stuff. So the ID logo sits in the far left corner. ID logo is right here. New episodes. Yeah, anytime when I do compression and all the rest on my videos, right? You know, compression in fact decreases the size of videos, right? Compression, when you compress a video, see there's on Facebook Indeed has its own compression process on Facebook. Not a lot of people know that. And I said this before, that's why on Facebook photos tend to look very smudgy. They look clear, the photo, before you upload it, and then once you upload it to Facebook, it leads to it looking smudgy, right? The photographs, because of Facebook's compression. They use a lot of heavy compression, right? And yet when it comes to compressing these videos, when you compress it, right, you're in fact decreasing the size. Anything can be lost in that. Just like on Facebook, quality is lost in compression on Facebook. Once you upload the photo to Facebook, and during that process is going to decrease, the loss in that is the quality of the photo. And yet when I do compression, when I get ready to upload, as in before I do all that, right, decreasing the size, things get lost. Some of it I can see where it's a dingy quality to my videos, but sound can be lost as well, right? Which is what happened with that last video. You're making, the more smaller a video is, as in the reason for compressing things, the quicker it's going to upload. As in you're not going to have to sit. Some people don't know that even in winter time, depending on what city, state you're in, depending on what location, data and all the rest, big data and all the rest, handling data and all the rest, artificial intelligence, right? That's my game. But if a file is huge, that's to say it's going to take more hours to upload. And so to decrease that, right, that defeats the purpose. Nobody wants to sit, because even when you sit and go with a file, say a video or a photo, right, whatever, right, the more huge a file is, the more it takes in time to upload, and that can lead to internet and all the rest timing out. It depends. Because as the video is uploading, as I say, it might take an hour, right? It might take 50 minutes. It may take 45 minutes. And yet sometimes even internet has been known to time out. Don't ask me why. That's just part of the process, right? To leave a laptop or anything that's uploading a video untouched could lead to timeout. Remember, even laptops and all the rest are known to go to sleep. Some people don't think about that. Well, let me upload a video. I'm going to leave the laptop sitting. I'll be back, right? No, sometimes laptops are known to time out if you have have it set on going to sleep. People have their laptop where it goes, say after 45 minutes the screen goes black or whatever. Mine's is timed to like 25 minutes, and even in that process while the video is uploading, the video is uploading, and yet to have it where your laptop go to sleep is to say once again the internet might in fact time out. That's gonna pose problems because it had the internet timing out like that. As I say, the video might be there, might not be all the way there, right? That's why you want to do certain things certain ways and pay attention to certain things while it's happening. That too is why when it comes to longer videos, why I don't have much longer videos, because I don't like the timeout process, as in I'm not gonna change my settings on my laptops, right, to just be running. I like stuff all time in a timely manner, right? But yeah, I can go on for days with that sort of thing, but that's for people that may or may not know the compression in that. Anything can be lost in compressing things. Instagram, there's compression on all these social media platforms. YouTube happens to be social media as well, despite people not feeling that. Anything that allows you to comment back and forth is indeed social media. To spread information and know that there's comment sections is called YouTube what it is as well. Social media, despite other people not agreeing with it being social media. Remember, it's social. Comment back and forth is in fact social, right? As well as you're sharing content, so that's media. So we're indeed on the ID. Yes, investigationdiscovery.com. The ID logo sits in the far left corner. New episodes receive an audio visual. Well, first, to gain access to this is padlocked down. You're gonna provide who you're subscribed to gain access to this, right? Unlocked episodes. To receive an audio visual preview is to indeed click the play button. Why is the play button right here? It shows that everything isn't it's not completely loaded, right? Precisely. To receive an audio visual preview is to click the play button right here. You would indeed receive an audio visual preview. Unlock series recommended for you. Shouts out to Lieutenant Jokinda as well as Paula. ID Go original series. Skimming through. Yeah, I like my stuff to be compressed down because see, to receive a newsletter is to type your email address in and click next. Nobody wants to sit and wait hours on end for a video to be uploading, right? As in, I'm fine with the quality being lost pertaining to the actual looks, but when it comes to the sound being lost, that's a no-go. No-go that poses issues. It indeed does. That last video showed the issues that it indeed caused, right? Because to not be able to hear is to say, I had to set that video on private. Isn't I'm not going to delete it. I just set it on private. It's going to be kept because I need that in with my records. I need that in with the rest of my stuff, right? You have to understand about entertainment industry, as in when something like that happens and you mess up or whatever, you usually don't delete that type of stuff. You keep it. It can be used for other things, as in illustrating things for teaching purposes or whatever, right? Even more than that, right? I was going to go in on Michael Jackson's strategy pertaining to recording your own videos and watching them and looking at them without sound. That's indeed a Michael Jackson strategy. Not a lot of people know about that. As in, when you have videos and they're your videos, it could be anybody else's videos, but more so your videos. Watching your own videos that are an hour long without sound, right? Yeah, because it allows you to see through on various things within the video when you are able to explain. Turn the sound off. There's more I'm not even telling about that. There's more I can teach about that, because even I know Michael Jackson's game plan as in what it was while he was alive, right? Pertaining to promotion and more so film and what you do and the reason why that you do it. It's the very best thing to use Michael Jackson's strategy of having a video with no sound, and you're dissecting. Say you have somebody sit next to you, whatever. It's better done the way that he used to do it in his own home studios and all the rest, right? Yeah, showcase and all the rest, right? On a big screen and all the rest. It's better with that. But yeah, stuff like that is to be kept for teaching tools purposes. He did that a lot of times with films, and I stated that the illustrating the reason for this and telling for that, and then pausing certain things and explaining. Yeah. Speaking over, I was about to say overdub, but that doesn't come with that. That's more so when you're recording sound, but yeah, I like that practice in itself. So I think that's all to be said for now. Dear viewers, let me know what you think in the comment section about this video. May you enjoy your day. I will indeed enjoy mine, and I'm gone for now.